Hello there my friends, you're listening to Ebird Online and I'm back with another review. And today I have to say, Ariela, the math just ain't muthing. Or should I say, the maths just ain't muthing. Guys, that's what we say in English. But I do have to say, Ariela, make this make sense. Because this week she decided that even though there are 5 million people in Addis Ababa, she's refusing to go back with Biniyam for his visa interview at the consulate because she's scared of running into the following: his side piece, his girlfriend, his side chick, his side biatch, and not forgetting his baby mama to be. Come on guys, as God is my witness, one of those women is taking a pregnancy test as we speak. Baby brother or sister for Avi. Come on Ariela, what are the chances? You're extremely unlikely to bump into one of these women. Let's call them Binny's biatches. That's 5 women in 5 million. That's a 1 in 1 million chance. If this was a horse, you wouldn't put a penny piece on it. Come on Ariela, you can do better than that. And guys, I don't want to be horrid about Ariela, but since God gave me the gift of reasoning, it's really difficult for me not to be. So guys, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to look over all of Ariela's red flags and why I think she's lying about the reasons for not wanting to go to Ethiopia. Yes guys, that's right. It's 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 3, Episode 14, Ariela and Biniyam. Guys, just before we begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Make eBird a happy eBird. Come on, it's free to smash the like button. Actually, when I think about it, it's free to subscribe as well. But if you can't do one, please do me the favour of doing the other. Thanks guys, and so without further ado, I give you Ariela and Biniyam. So guys, this week's episode saw Ariela and Biniyam split up yet again, because he has his K1 visa interview in Ethiopia and she's decided not to go back with him. And as we're all aware, with time comes great clarity. And it's very clear to the eBird now that Ariela is a freaking liar. So in this video, I'm going to break down all of her lies and then my theories for the reasons for those lies. So when we first see the couple this week, Binny is welding. What? Yes, you heard that right. He's welding. Round of applause for Binny making the effort towards being financially responsible for his family. And before anyone says he's just doing what he should be doing, just be grateful as I am that we've had the opportunity to see welding Binny. I've got to admit, welding Binny looks quite fit. He low-key looks like someone off a Diet Coke ad. Yes, the more I look, the more I'm a fan of welding Binny. And I think it's only right and proper and fair that we take a moment out to objectify him. Go on, Binny! So while he's doing his welding training, Ariela comes over to sit and perv over him. Ariela, get in the queue. And she says, I'm still struggling with what to do. I don't know whether I should go to Ethiopia, but I'm really proud of Binny. Really? Not so proud you're going to stand by his side. And Binny lets producers know that he wants to learn something so he can provide for his family. But I thought you'd learned how to sing, songwrite and dance. It would seem that Binny has no more faith in his skills than the eBird does. And Ariela says patronisingly, well done welding Binny. But then she said, I'm not sure if I want to go with you to Ethiopia. And Binny said, but why don't you want to go back with me? And Ariela said, well, I was really thrown when the lawyer said that I've got to go back. But now I've had time to process it, I'm really worried. And Binny tells producers, I think she's overreacting. I wish she would just come back with me. I don't want to lose my baby again. I don't want to lose my family again. And I need her support. And he tells her, but we need to practice for this interview. And Ariela said, but we can practice on the phone. Oh good lord, not the phone. Oh Ariela, you know good and well, the moment that plane hits the tarmac in Addis Ababa, his phone will be on airplane mode until further notice. Of that we can be sure. And Binny said, I don't understand it. Why don't you want to stand by my side? And Ariela said, I don't know. I don't have a plan yet, but I don't need to have a plan right this second. And then they both stare at each other, rather awkwardly. And the next time we meet up with this couple, it's the day that Binny's leaving. And Ariela lets us know that she's definitely not going back with Binny. And she said to Binny, if I go, I'll get all these negative feelings. Really, Ariela? You'll only have negative feelings if you go. I think you need to revise this statement. I'll have negative feelings if I live and breathe. Ariela lives in a state of negativity, and I don't think it's Ethiopia that does it to her. And Binny's busy saying goodbye to baby Avi. And I've got to say, baby Avi's really grown. And Binny's kissing him all over his face. And he later tells production, my whole life depends on this visa. If I don't get the visa, I know she'll go back to the US without me. Biniyam, I make you right. And later on, Ari helpfully tells production that there are a myriad of reasons why this visa might be denied. Don't tell me, Ariela, they've got a photograph of your sour face. Sorry guys, that's not very nice. The first reason is Binny has previously married an American. Secondly, she's also been married to a foreigner previously. And then also, Binny has applied for this visa before and been denied. Ariela, considering there are all these problems, don't you think it would be better if you went? But she doesn't seem to mention this. She just tells us that not getting the visa will be really devastating. So Binny puts Avi down and Ariela hugs him. And she said, it's so hard for me to be separated from you. Not that hard, so it would seem. Ariela, you know good and well the choice is yours, and you seem to have made your decision. And Ariela tells us, I'm not sure what the future holds. I'm hoping for the best, but it's beyond my control. And as Binny leaves, he has a kind of weird smile on his face. It's the kind of smile that says, Ariela won't let me pursue music, and now I'm dying inside. Ladies of Ethiopia, help a brother out. Oh dear. And that's where we leave this couple for this week. So what does the Ebird make to all of this? Like I said at the top of the video, none of this makes sense. Ariela claims it's integral to her family staying together that Binny gets this visa, but she's refusing to go to Ethiopia to stand by his side and help facilitate the process. The lawyer actually said, even if you're not allowed in, which she might be, but even if she's not, it's good for the consulate to actually know that she's supporting him and that she's with him. So by her not going, she's already creating a doubt. She's already creating a doubt in the official's mind. And to start off with, it was very difficult for me to work out why she wasn't going. And when she said last week that she wasn't sure about going to Ethiopia, I thought she was just chatting breeze and she'd end up going. And I was very surprised this week when she said she definitely wasn't going to attend. And here are the main theories that I have for why I think Ariela doesn't want to go and support Binny. And so I think the first reason is one of punishment. She was so irritated with Binny's cheating and turning his phone off and his behaviour when she was in America that I think she wants to stand absolutely firm and kind of say to him, you cannot treat me like that and then get my full support and full help. If you think you're so big and bad, be big and bad on your own, Binny. And whilst I do have some sympathy with this idea, I'm still of the opinion, think about baby Avi, think about if you want your family to be together or if you want your family to be a broken family. There's a time and place for revenge, and this ain't it. And my second theory is to do with Binny's family, namely Wish and Mimi. As we already know, both Wish and Mimi were calling Ariela when she was in the States, and they were letting her know all of Binny's comings and goings. And so I think she doesn't want to be confronted with these two women who obviously don't like her, and they're going to be snickering and laughing at her and making snide comments. And she's also got to wonder, why were you ratting out your brother to me? And it's very clear, for whatever reason, that they do not want their brother still to be married to Ariela. They're trying to break the relationship up. And my next theory is the fact that I think even though Ariela does love Biniyam, for obvious reasons she's still not sure about him. And I think she's got a que sera, quiserit kind of attitude towards it. Even though she always says, I want us to be together and I don't want to see my family ripped apart, she can't be that worried, otherwise she'd be going. And also, it's only a few weeks ago since she was pretty much coming on to Leandro. And that in itself is a very, very clear indication that she's not 100% sure of the relationship with Binny. So I think all of this talk about, I want my family to be together, is kind of for the cameras and kind of for her parents. If Binny fails to get his visa, she'll easily be able to say, well, I did as much as I could, but I was thwarted at the last minute. And as she said earlier, it's beyond my control. But as we all know, it is not beyond her control at all. I'm not saying that her being there would 100% mean that he's going to get the visa, but it would give him a much bigger chance. And it would also make their relationship appear more solidified. And this kind of thinking really does grind my gears. I'm not one of those people that thinks, it's all in the hands of fate. Whatever happens, happens. All of our actions have consequences. And we have the ability to influence the world around us. However small that influence is, every influence in a certain direction is a worthwhile undertaking. To put your life in the hands of fate or somebody else's hands is idiocy, and I don't for one second believe that Ariela actually subscribes to this view of thinking. And she even said to Binny, make sure you wake up early so that you can fill in all the paperwork. What? So you're not even going to help him fill the paperwork in? You've undertaken this process previously, so you are in the best position to help him yet you're deciding not to. It's very, very telling to me. Very telling indeed. But I've saved the best till last, and I think the final reason that she won't go to Ethiopia is the one I mentioned a few weeks ago. I think she's very scared of taking baby Avi there in case Binny or his sisters manage to do something whereby baby Avi is made a ward of court and she's not able to take him back to the States. Or she's stuck through some sort of legal process trying to fight for custody. Now, for what it's worth, I don't think this is in Binny's mind at all, but I would not put it past Mimi and Wish. And it also would kind of make sense of them trying to tell Ariela about what Binny's doing if they had an ulterior motive, which was to try and draw her back and to get hold of baby Avi. I think that Binny's quite easily manipulated, and I believe if all of his siblings got together and decided to convince him, anything is possible. I really believe that anything is possible. And that's what I think is the main reason for Ariela's reluctance to go back to Addis Ababa. I really don't buy this whole thing of, I'll never go back to Ethiopia. It's Binny that's the cheat, not Ethiopia. If you're trying to block it out of your brain, you would block Binny out. He's the main protagonist in this story. The women are just uncredited extras. So yes, that's pretty much it. And guys, I'm really thankful that I'm here to document all of Ariela's lies and inconsistencies. For some strange reason, she seems to think that nobody can see through her bullcrap. God gave us the gift of sight, so yes, Ariela, we can. So guys, as usual, get down into the comments and let me know what you think. What do you think the real reason for Ariela's reluctance to go back to Ethiopia is? Or do you believe her that she's just scared to go back there because all her feelings about Binny's infidelities will come rushing back? I'd love to get your take on it, and I'll answer as many comments as I possibly can. And I'll see you very soon. Just before I go, please don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Make Ebird a very happy Ebird and smash that red button. Guys, thank you so much for listening. You've been listening to Ebird Online, and I bid you good day.